Baby, I need ya, need ya, need ya. Hello everyone, my name is Divjot Singh and you're watching Games on Analysis, where I talk about video games that are released or going to be released. Today I'm going to talk about Battlefield 5. So without wasting time, let's begin. Graphics and story. In my point of view, the Battlefield 5 is released very early in time. EA should have worked on it a little more. EA should have worked on the graphics because the graphics are very cartoonish. They are not comparing to other AAA games. Graphics are not super great. But EA is also supporting the game. When it was released, I hear rumors about it has bugs in it. There are too many bugs. That game is stuck just one place. There are many bugs. But EA also supports it with patches. On December 4th, 2018, EA released a patch that after installing the patch, the bugs were almost gone, but the graphics were still cartoonish. They should have worked on the graphics part, which makes the game go down a lot. And one thing that they did better was than other games were focusing on different stories. Battlefield 5 is showing new stories. It's not focused on American soldiers only or British. It's focused on German soldiers. It's focused on female soldiers in the war. And it's also showing how immigrants were fighting in the war. There's one story mode about a father and a son who are not under a country's flag. They're just thieves, and they're fighting. Yeah, they took guns, and they just go and destroy German soldiers' oil fields. So why should you buy Battlefield 5? Well, Battlefield 5 should be bought by people who love first person shooter. If you don't like first person shooter, or if you are like in the between, you're not even like love first person shooter and not hate, just enjoy playing it, you should not buy it because that's a complete waste of money. If you're like me who goes with graphics, then don't buy it. I made a big mistake buying the game because the graphics, as I say, are poor and they don't bring anything new. It's like what previous Battlefield games have done. They are doing the same thing. So what's new? I know many people are gonna say in the comments, dude, you just said that they haven't done something new. And what's new? There's nothing new. Well, there is one thing new, that now the one thing that makes a first person shooter game a first person shooter is their environment destruction, environment interaction is one thing that should be improved every time. Battlefield 5 did a really great job in doing that. In previous Battlefield games, you could escape a tank by just hiding in a building, but now a tank can just run through a building and destroy the whole thing. Now that's something that's improved and should be and the best thing, because players should be experiencing a real gunfight, a real battle in the real battlefield. That they are in a battlefield, they are fighting people, there are tanks around them that are hunting them. They should experience it, and I think that makes Battlefield still alive, surviving the competition. So what impact they did, or what impact was on the industry? Battlefield 5 was a flop game. It didn't bring anything new, and that made it flop. And they didn't put any impact on the industry, but it did show something that it showed a problem that industry is facing. Video game industry is lacking in for new ideas, especially when it comes to first person shooter. First person shooter games should be bringing some major things. They just keep showing the same thing but with a little polish on it, For example, if Game X is a first person shooter, 70 to 80% chances are that they are gonna show a man on a series of mission, and at the end either he die or become a hero. And games battle royale was something new, but soon other games copied it. So by something new, I mean is something that would stand out to the audience, that would make games stand out from the other FPS games. And it shouldn't be inside the game, like customization, because that's what games always do. Games just change the customization thing, and they are like, oh, okay, it's a new thing. But no, there should be something new that make us play the game. The game's main motive is to not let the player get bored. And if we are getting bored, there is no game. It's just a small piece of software that they just sold for, and we are getting bored. Our money, it's just a waste of money for consumers. um and So if they are making the same things, if they are showing the same things, people are not even going to play a game for a month. They are going to get bored in like 1 or 2 weeks, because that's how much it takes for a average gamer to complete a mission, the story mode. And that's where companies are doing experiments, and that's where companies are improving. They're improving the story mode, where on the other side they should improve the multiplayer, because once the story mode is done, people are gonna play multiplayer. And sometimes people don't even bother about story modes, they just play multiplayer games. So they should improve on it, and that's, I think, the only problem. If they solve it, they are coming up with successful games. And that's, for my words, yeah, that's the only problem they should be solving right now and should be focused on. Well, that's all from me today, and I'll see you guys next week or so, in 2 weeks, with another game. And if you guys even want something, you can comment down, and so I can know what games you want me to